As the conflict between Russia and Ukraine drags on, world leaders and citizens alike watch anxiously for any glimmers of resolution. The Ukrainian President, Volodymyr Zelensky, remains resolute in his stance that only the restoration of Ukraine's territorial integrity can bring lasting peace. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin's narrative revolves around the perceived threats from the West and a vision of Russian sovereignty being under siege. Zelensky, a former comedian turned statesman, brought to office a unique blend of charisma and pragmatism. Since Russia's invasion, he has tirelessly sought international support for Ukraine, emphasizing the need for military aid and stronger sanctions against Russia. His speeches often resonate with a steadfast belief in the principles of democracy and the sovereignty of nations. Zelensky's views are clear: the war must stop, but not at the cost of Ukraine's territorial and sovereign rights. He believes that a premature deal without addressing the root causes of the conflict could only lead to further unrest. On the other hand, Putin, who has been at the helm of Russia for over 2 decades, sees the conflict through a different lens. His statements often reflect a narrative that portrays Russia as a protector of its own cultural and national interests. Putin's eyes, the war is not only about restoring or preserving Russian influence but also about defending what he claims are oppressed populations with historical ties to Russia. His uncompromising public stance suggests that he views the extension of NATO and Western influence as an existential threat. Observers note that while Zelensky seeks an end to the war through diplomatic solutions that uphold Ukraine's sovereignty, Putin's actions seem to wager on gaining strategic advantages, potentially at the negotiation table. The journey to peace is fraught with complexities, influenced by each leader's national pressures, international alliances, and historical perspectives. The question of who genuinely seeks to stop the war may not have a straightforward answer. For Zelensky, any talk of ceasefires must ensure Ukraine's interests are safeguarded. For Putin, the determination to end hostilities might be contingent upon securing geopolitical gains or influencing the regional power balance. As the world watches, both leaders face mounting pressure to forge a path to peace, albeit from markedly different starting points.